Hello again, Gemini. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dadhichi and it's March 2014, your horoscope synopsis. And the reason I pulled that funny face is because I'm not quite sure whether to give you the relationship side of things first or the financial side of things first. I think I'll give you the good news first, and that's to do with your money. You've got a wonderful aspect there forming from the Sun in your 10th house, or what we call the apex of the horoscope, to Jupiter in your finance sector on the 1st of March. And along with that, a new moon in the sign of Pisces, which is occurring in the 10th house of career as well. So these are obviously new beginnings for you, a chance to commence some type of new work or even a new methodology that's going to help you earn more money and to win more kudos as well. That's up to around the 3rd of March, at which point I must now deliver. And please, I might ask you, do not shoot the messenger here. I'm just an astrologer conveying the fact that Venus and Mars are going to be at the right angle and will become exact around the 3rd of March. For some of you, you'll feel this a little bit beforehand. Fortunately, you've got those good aspects from your finances to soften the blow of the relationship aspect that I'm seeing here. Impulse, aggression, sexual deviation, maybe not deviation, but this has a very large sexual connotation. There could be some frustration here over your style differing from that of your partner. There can be new meetings at this time, which are based purely on that primitive sexual instinct. And that I should warn you about, because that can get you into hot water. But on the other hand, Gemini, if hot water is what you want, hot water is what you'll get. So let me just make it clear that that period, around the 3rd, and maybe even a little bit later, because we see some very intense aspects also from Sun to Pluto. Pluto's in your 8th house of sexuality and rules the sign of Scorpio, which, as we know, is a very sexual sign. So it's a very strong sexual connotation to what I see here during the month for you. Now, possibly for some of you, it would be better to dovetail that into the working arena. And I do see, too, with that new moon in the sector relating to your ethics, morality. This is getting heavy, this reading, isn't it? Geez, I might change the channel. You're not allowed to. This is of vital importance to you, Gemini. Stay with it. There's some good news coming at the end, I hope. The responsibilities are there. You see, the Sun is going to be moving in the right angle to your Sun sign throughout March. Therefore, you know, with these new attractions, new friendships, love, sexuality, responsibility is part and parcel of that. As long as you're prepared to wear that along with all the pleasures that are going to come with this month, then so be it. No problem. And actually, you'll be thinking a little more clearly, I think, from around the 11th, with Mercury at the right angle to Saturn. So we see this link with your ruling planet to the 6th house of health could divert your attention a little from these other more social, sexual activities to health and well-being, which is probably just as well, you say to yourself, because you could be inundated with romance, issues of relationships, and this is probably more or less a bit of me time. It needn't be sickness, you know, pampering yourself, getting a massage. These are preventative measures, so it may not simply relate to sickness, more a way of, you know, improving your physical well-being. The movement of your ruling planet, Mercury, into the 10th house is a wonderful omen around the 18th, and just prior to that, on the 15th, the triangular aspect to Mars. So a lot of drive for your work coming in the second half of the month. Some great communications, which maybe previously were not flowing. This could be with your employer or some of your co-workers. Mercury in favourable aspect is always a great dose of good communication in the mix. We see Venus and Uranus on the 19th forming a sudden but favourable aspect An unexpected outing or invitation can be expected around this time, and that's around the same time that the Sun moves to the favourable 11th house of social activity. So 21 to 26 seems to be more focused on being busy with your social agenda, Gemini. The month does conclude with even more favourable aspects, again, from this 10th career house to Pluto. Something could be thrown on your plate that's a little bit challenging, but I think you're likely to attack that with vim and vigour and come out on top, as shown again by the lovely aspect of Venus to Mars on the 30th, which is a little bit more acceptable, if we could put it that way, than the initial square aspect from Venus to Mars earlier in the month. So this could be what I'd call the good taste relationship for you to finish the month on. Join us again next month. In the meantime, astrology.com.au for more detailed information on your star sign and the other star signs, and lots of other news that's coming to hand here on the esoteric front. I'm Dadhichi. See you here again next month. Bye-bye.